Picture this: a crypto investor, let's call him Mark. He did everything right, so he thought. He used self-custody, held his own keys, and felt secure. Then, a lawsuit hit. A frivolous one, but it didn't matter. The court ordered him to turn over his crypto. He refused and found himself in contempt of court, facing jail time until he complied. Suddenly, his self-custody became a prison. He lost everything. This isn't just a story. It's a harsh reality for many who believe holding their own keys is enough. The fatal flaw of self-custody alone is that it offers zero legal protection. It protects you from hackers, yes, but it makes you the single point of failure in a legal battle. When a judge says, hand over the keys, your only options are to lose your assets or lose your freedom. Many investors think they're clever by setting up a domestic LLC. They hear it provides a corporate veil, separating their personal assets from their business assets. But here's the truth. That veil is incredibly thin, especially for single-member LLCs. It's a concept called piercing the corporate veil. If a court determines you and your LLC are essentially the same entity, which is common when you're the sole owner making all the decisions, they can go right through the LLC and seize your crypto. Your first line of defense crumbles under the slightest legal pressure. It's like putting a screen door on a bank vault. Let's dive deeper into the cautionary tale of the smart investor. This person, we'll call her Sarah, was a tech-savvy early adopter. She understood blockchain technology inside and out. She set up a domestic LLC in her home state, thinking it was the gold standard for asset protection. She meticulously kept her business and personal finances separate. But when a business deal went south, she was sued personally. The plaintiff's lawyers argued that because she was the sole decision-maker for the LLC's crypto assets, the assets were under her direct control. The judge agreed. The LLC was disregarded, and her crypto holdings were considered fair game to satisfy the judgment. She was forced to liquidate her portfolio at a market low to pay the settlement. All her smarts, all her precautions with self-custody and a domestic LLC meant nothing. She learned the hard way that technical security is not legal security. Does this sound terrifying? It should, because it happens. But it doesn't have to happen to you. Ivy put together a comprehensive guide called the Crypto Fortress that details these risks and the strategies to mitigate them. It's completely free, and it's the first step to understanding how to truly protect your wealth. Click the link in the description below to download your copy right now. Don't wait until it's too late. So, what's the solution? Self-custody and domestic LLCs are broken? How do you build a true fortress around your assets? The answer lies in moving your legal structure, not your crypto, offshore. We're talking about creating a legal architecture using entities like an offshore LLC and an international trust. Here's how it works. You create an offshore LLC to hold your crypto. You are the manager of this LLC. Then, you place the ownership of that LLC into an international trust, established in a jurisdiction with strong asset protection laws, like the Cook Islands or Nevis. You are the beneficiary of the trust, but you are not the trustee. The trustee is a licensed professional company in that jurisdiction. Now, when a U.S. court orders you to turn over the crypto, you legally can't. Why? Because you don't own the LLC anymore. The trust does. You can't force the offshore trustee to comply with the U.S. court order. This is the concept of impossibility. You can be held in contempt for failing to do something you have no legal power to do. This structure severs the chain of control that a domestic court can exploit. Now, you might be thinking, what about domestic options? I've heard Wyoming is the crypto capital and has great LLC laws. And you're right, to an extent. Wyoming has pioneered some innovative laws, like recognizing DAOs as legal entities. Their LLCs offer better charging order protection than many other states. A charging order is a court order that gives a creditor the rights to a member S distributions from an LLC, but not the actual ownership or voting rights. It's better than nothing, but it's not foolproof. A determined creditor can still make your life difficult, and a judge, especially in another state, might not fully respect Wyoming's specific protections. The fundamental problem remains. Any domestic structure is still under the jurisdiction of U.S. courts. It's like choosing the strongest room in a house that is still located in a flood zone. The offshore structure moves your house to higher ground entirely. This brings us to the paradox of keys. We're all taught, not your keys, not your crypto. But as we've seen, holding the keys makes you the target. So how do we resolve this? The answer is nuanced. In a proper offshore structure, you can still play a role in the custody of the assets, but you are not the sole, indispensable party. You can be the manager of the LLC, responsible for the day-to-day trading and management, using multi-sig wallets where the offshore trustee holds one of the keys. This way, no single person, not you and not the trustee, can move the funds alone. This creates checks and balances. The professional custodian or trustee acts as a circuit breaker. Their job is not to trade your crypto, but to protect the structure itself. They are your legal shield, the entity that can legally say no to a foreign court, protecting the assets for you, the beneficiary. You trade control for protection. In conclusion, the world of crypto is about more than just technology. It's about sovereignty. But true sovereignty isn't just about holding your keys. It's about building a legal structure so robust that it makes you an unattractive target for lawsuits in the first place. A domestic LLC is a speed bump. An offshore trust and LLC structure is a fortress with a moat. It's the difference between hoping for the best and engineering a definitive outcome. It's about taking your asset protection as seriously as you take your investment strategy. If you're ready to move beyond flimsy defenses and build a real fortress for your digital wealth, then let's talk. Protecting assets of this nature requires specialized knowledge. Click the second link in the description to schedule a confidential, no-obligation consultation with our team. We'll help you understand your options and design a structure that fits your specific needs. Protect what you've worked so hard to build. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.